Okay. That was weird. There we go. Why is that?
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
And welcome to the REAVER of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, making sense out of the senseless, exposing the spin, holding the powerful accountable, and delivering bold, unapologetic truths every week, right here on SHR Media, conservative media done right, where truth beats spin and facts light up the shadows. We're not here to sugarcoat or play nice with the narrative. We're here to dig deep, challenge the agenda, and lay bare the reality they hope you never notice. I'm Jersey Joe, and tonight's show is stacked, except for my little... I don't know what's going on. I don't know why. Let me back out. No. I don't know why that's green. That is not making sense. I don't know why I'm in that screen today. That's really weird. How you doing, Biggie? And welcome to Biggie and Mike. Great to have you here. I'm trying to figure this out. I don't know why my screen seems to be in like cell phone mode. I don't know why. Main camera on screen. I don't know why it's going to that. I don't know what's going on with my system right now. Yeah, the mobile mode. For some reason, it's in mobile mode. And I think the wrong camera. No, do. Not support advice. Try other options. Huh. This is going to be weird. And this is going to bug the living daylights out of me. All show. If anybody could look up to see why. I don't know why. Text? No. My day's doing good, and thank you, Brooke, for being here, too. I want to thank everybody for being here. And if I can get this straightened out, hopefully I'm going to get it going in a second, because I got a good show lined up. I've tried to really stack some stuff. I found some stuff right before showtime that I want to get to. And like I said, I don't know why I'm in mobile mode, but we might just have to deal with it today. I thought maybe if I shut that off and restart it, I'd get going. Well, nothing I could do right now. Maybe during the break, I'll figure it out what's going on. But what I want to bring up... Oh, yeah, definitely, Mike. I agree 100%. And, Mike, Dems won't take back power. Don't listen to folks like James Carville. Especially the shit that they're pulling right now and talking and voting. Trump just went up in the polls 5% with Democrat support. Now, he's still under 50% of Democrat support, but he went up 5%. That is huge. That is huge for him to jump up 5% with Democrat support. When supposedly he's doing everything wrong, yada, yada. It's almost unheard of, and he's jumped up. So Democrats are out there banging the drum, trying to start shit, and I don't think it's exactly working. Then you have House representatives like this gentleman. Share. It's going to bug me all show. Let me get this going. On screen. All right.
I'm the congressman that represents Kilmar. I came all the way down from the United States after we'd contacted their ambassador, after we'd made formal requests to our ambassador to the El Salvadoran government. And we came here to visit him today. And now they're telling us we got to go all the way back to El Salvador, to San Salvador to get a permit. That's ridiculous. We ought to have a chance to come in and visit. They knew we were coming. They knew why we were coming. And they know we have the right to do this.
Here's the problem. He did two statements in this that he is 100% wrong on. 100% wrong on. Now, I wonder if anybody can guess which of the two statements. But I'll tell you anyway. He comes out and says that this man is a constituent of his. Exactly. Yeah, he doesn't put that. I've never heard of this man before, so he's not putting that much out for his constituent. But that Kilmar is not his constituent. He was an illegal immigrant. And he is no longer in the United States. He's back to his home country. He is a El Salvadorian. Number two, we have the right to go in there. Who the fuck does this guy think he is? He does not have, that's what right he has. Zero. He does not have oversight in El Salvador. He does not have any rights in El Salvador. So for him to be sitting there running his mouth, oh, I have all these rights. No, you don't, mister. And who you're supposed to be representing, you're not doing anything for him. This was just one I picked up right before the show, so it's going to be a quick segment on this. But that one kind of irked me because that is not his job. And it's just... Yeah, Mike, I agree 100%. Dems are on the wrong side of all these issues, time and time again. They're voting against tax breaks for the middle class. And they're screwing over the middle class again in this country. And if people see it, people are watching it. They see that the Democrats are for criminals. They are for illegal immigrants. They're for murderers. They're for rapists. They're for sex traffickers. They're for wife beaters. They're for men going in women's sports. It is disgusting, repulsive. Yeah, you're both of you are right. I mean, Dems are on the wrong side. Drug traffickers, yes. I mean, I've gone over it. You have the illegal immigrants. They're running drugs over the border for the cartel, whether by choice or not by choice. They're buying stolen identities from the cartels. The Democrats are just financing the cartels at this point by just the illegal immigration problem in this country. And it is absolutely appalling. Oh, all right. I'm going to jump over to the actual subjects that I've got torqued off for today. And the first one is Speaker Johnson has come out. I seem to remember several Democrats during the vote in the House for the one big, beautiful bill. And there is no illegal immigrants on Medicaid. Zero. None. Explain California then for me. Those that don't know, I think California calls Medicaid California-Cade or some shit like that. But it's Medicaid. And they openly admit to allowing illegal immigrants on it. House Speaker Mike Johnson dropped a bombshell. 1.4 million illegals. Yeah, spell it with a K. Those that don't watch BZ needs to watch his show because he spells California with a K, and that's what he says every time. Always spell it with a K. But 1.4 million illegal immigrants are currently on Medicaid. That's taxpayer-funded health care for people who shouldn't even be here, and it's not even legal for them to have Medicaid. And the Democrats have allowed it. I think what's going on with the screen is I was messing around with it before the show started, and I had it on the mobile setting, and when I jumped live, I didn't switch back over, so it's locked me into the mobile view. Medicaid, thank you, Big E. Thank you very much. But it's California has admitted time and time again that they allow illegals on it. So the Democrats that were out there were outright lying to the American people, and they've been outright lying to the American people for a while now. And now, you know what? I wasn't going to do it, but I'll bring up a meme that's floating around social media that the Democrats are trying to push about this bill, the big lies that are coming out of it. But let's put it into perspective. Just 5 years ago, estimates put the number of illegal immigrants receiving Medicaid at under 750,000. In 2010, that figure was barely a quarter of what it is today. The trend is exploding. The cost is following. According to the latest data, these enrollments could cost taxpayers up to $10 billion annually when factoring both federal and state contributions. This isn't just about money. It's about priorities. Seniors, veterans, disabled Americans are often forced to fight for benefits, jump through endless bureaucratic hoops, or face cuts. Meanwhile, illegals these illegals that come in here are granted access with little resistance in sanctuary states. It is appalling that these Democrats have put the illegals above their actual constituents, above law-abiding U.S. citizens. I understand the frustrations that go through. I am going through disability. And I've talked about this on the show plenty of times. I talked about the medical issues I have, the injuries I've sustained over the decades. And it is a long, hard-fought battle for me. But I've seen down at the Social Security office the illegals that are down there that are getting it approved right away. And it is, I can't come up with the words for it. And for the Democrats to come out there and lie their ass off like they did, stating that there was none, zero, zilch. It was what, Hakeem Jeffries was one of them out there lying. And as I said, I wasn't going to do it, but let me pull it up. Let me see if I can find it. Give me 1 second. Now, the funny thing is, I wasn't paying attention to the time, and I thought I still had like about 5-10 more minutes before the show started. And I looked, and it was like right at 9. I'm like, shit. But yeah, all right. Let me see if I can put this up. And I know it might be a little hard to read. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. I somehow bumped myself off stream. All right, let me. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to see that good. But we'll go over them. And it goes on, for those who don't know what buried in this big bogus bill, prepare yourself for what's coming. If the Senate passes the one big, beautiful bill and Trump signs it, that's it. It becomes law. And here's what that really means. He can delay or cancel elections legally. Yes, they're running out there saying that he can cancel elections. He can ignore Supreme Court rulings for a year or more. He can fire government workers for political disloyalty. Judges can't enforce their own orders. Protesters can be tracked and criminalized. LGBTQ plus rights, education, healthcare, and media gutted. Your VPN tracked. Your vote suppressed. Your speech flagged. Who was the one flagging speech? Oh, that was Biden. I talked about it last Friday, where if you spoke out online about COVID, you were put on a list as a domestic terrorist. That was one subject that if you spoke about, out of many, Biden's administration and DOJ put you on a list. So now they're claiming, oh, this bill's going to allow it. This bill doesn't break the law. It rewrites the law so Trump never has to break it again. We don't need to wonder what would happen if authoritarianism came to America. Yeah, because we just lived through 4 fucking years of it. It's here in 1,100 pages dressed up as freedom. If he ever said it won't be that bad or the courts will stop him, just know this bill makes it so they can't. Share this, speak up, show up now, because if this passes, the next vote might be the last one that matters. This is an outright 100% grade A bullshit lie. The fear-mongering that they have to use to get people to vote for them. That's how sad the party is, the Democrat Party is. They have to lie and use fear-mongering to get you to vote for them. Imagine that. You can't do it on your morals. You can't do it on your platform. You have to lie. And that's might be a little bit of a theme tonight. The threats that are going on by the Democrat Party. This I found both on Facebook and X floating around. And Dems are pushing this big time. And the other funny thing is, Dems are spending $20 million on a study, and they're going to pay into games. They're doing a study on how young kids talk and how they could use that to get them to vote for them, because they see that the young are voting conservative, so they got to do something. How about you come up with a platform, an honest platform that will get them to vote for you? You can't do that. You got to play trickery. You got to use word games. You can't come out and say the truth of what you want to do, because people are not buying the Democrat bullshit anymore. It is unbelievable the depth that the Democrats will go to. I don't know. We might be fucked.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Ever dream of escaping the daily grind? At Escapist Travel and Tours, we make those dreams your reality. From breathtaking adventures to cultural immersions, we offer escapes tailored just for you. Let us take you to places where every moment feels like a new chapter in your life's adventure. Visit www.escapist.travel or call us today at 1-855-885-81776. Your escape awaits.
Attention, all patriotic women of faith. Yep, I'm talking to you, sis. Are you looking for high-quality, super soft apparel that reflects your love for country and your devotion to God? Look no further than Carry Girl Gear. Picture this. You rocking a tee so soft it's like being hugged by a cloud, all while showing off your love for God and country. Sounds dreamy, right? Well, welcome to reality, babes, because that's what we're all about here at Carry Girl Gear. We specialize in super soft tees, tanks, and more, designed specifically for the strong, patriotic women who proudly wants to carry their message of faith and freedom. When you shop with us, you're not just getting a t-shirt. You're joining a community of like-minded women who are proud to wear their beliefs straight on their tees. So whether you're sipping sweet tea on the porch or leading the charge for faith and freedom, do it in a Carry Girl tee. Because life's too short for stiff, boring tees. CarryGirl.com, where faith and freedom meets fashion.
Come listen to BZ's Berserk Bobcat Saloon Radio Show. Live on select and exclusive Tuesday and Thursday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central, and 8 p.m. Pacific on the SHR Media Rumble channel, SHR Media YouTube channel, X, Twitch, Spreaker, and wherever great conservative podcasts are found. BZ, your conservative Sherpa, guides you through the maelstrom of Democrat, leftist, and globalist lies, chaos, deceit, and betrayal. Raised as a free-range child with dirt, stains, mud, and freedom, BZ broadcasts from North Idaho, comfortably surrounded by actual normal people. Jump into our plush, sumptuous, palatial, and resplendent chat room on rumble.com. Click on live chat to join. Now, with 37% more umbrage and 19% more bulbosity than previous shows, featuring delicious Liberty additives for the best in late-night conservatarian talk radio. BZ reminds you that with great beard comes great responsibility. No chinchillas were harmed, embarrassed, fat-shamed, or the focus of any sarcasm whatsoever in the making of this ad.
What is the Edge of Liberty? News, politics, commentary, sarcasm, alcohol, and high blood pressure. It's as American as a good revolution. So tune in every Monday and Friday at 12 Pacific, 3 p.m. on the East Coast on the SHR Media Network and KLRN Radio. For details, visit www.shrmedia.com.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, here to make sense out of the senseless right here on SHR Media. Conservative media done right. We're broadcasting on X, Facebook, Rumble, YouTube, Twitch. And if you want to join the live conversation, all you have to do is go to YouTube, search SHR Media, and just jump in the conversation. Don't forget while you're there, if you would, hit the subscribe button. We are so close to 500. I think we're at 485 right now. 15 away from hitting 500. And it's the big goal that we've been pushing for. Hey, we know we're small. We never complain about it. But we're just trying to push to that 500 mark. So if you can help us out, it's free. It doesn't change anything. Just hit that subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button. Oh, boy. And Democrats, yes, they are dumpster fire right now. They are. I don't think they know what they're doing, who to go to. Because Jasmine Crockett and the AOC right now are the leaders of the party, and that is not a good thing for the party. It really isn't. When those two are your leaders, and you have AOC going out there saying, well, Elon Musk isn't a scientist, and he's not an engineer, and he's not that smart. I hate to tell you, he is an engineer. He is that smart. He does more than make cocktails and smart ass comments. And listen, I'm not on the bandwagon of Elon Musk. I don't like Teslas. You will never see me driving a Tesla. You will never see me having a auto drive Tesla. You'll never see me buy one of those crap cyber trucks. I do not like those things. They look like shit to me. But I'm not going to tell the man he can't do it. It's his money. If he wants to make them and people want to buy them, literally, it's a free market. People can. But what he's done with SpaceX, and you can't blame him, go bitch at Obama. And I heard Joy Behar going, why do we need him? We have NASA. Well, thank Obama for that, because he pretty much dismantled NASA from the government controlling and launching rockets. Obama put it out there to be privatized. Elon Musk went, ooh, I can do this. And right now he is the number one private company in the world and is the leader in innovation with what's going on. Now, tomorrow, as long as I remember, I'll be broadcasting Starship 9, Launch 9. Yes, they had 2 failures. The left were cheering it. Oh, this shows that he doesn't know what he's doing. Do you know how many rockets the government blew up before we were able to launch people into space? It is a process. It is a learning degree. He's building new stuff. There's no textbook really on this that's going to say definitively yes or no, this is going to work or that's not going to work. He's trying new things. You know, decades ago, they tried to capture a rocket, or they came up with the idea to capture a rocket to have it land. No one even tried. They said it was impossible. First time they attempted it, SpaceX caught Starship. Well, the booster section. Let me get it right. The booster section. First time they tried, they caught the booster section. I thought it was a pipe dream also. I didn't think you're going to be able to catch basically a skyscraper coming out of the sky at God knows what speed and catching it with 2 sticks. But the Democrat Party has AOC and Jasmine Crockett. That's their claim to fame. And you have Jasmine Crockett out there running her mouth right now, and I don't think it's exactly that great of a issue or the great thing to be having her out there running her mouth. She's out there saying, when we take back the House, we're going to investigate Donald Trump and his family. Not that they did something wrong, so we should investigate. It's when we take it back, we're investigating them. We're going to find the crimes. We've watched that for the last 4 years, and the Democrats are crying about weaponizing the DOJ and weaponizing the government. Jasmine Crockett is out there saying that. And for those that are watching that don't believe and think I'm making this shit up, which one is it? Hi. There it is. All right. Here is her own words, not mine. Because I like to, as they say nowadays, show the receipts.
Next year, the House and or Senate. Do you think they're going to push for investigations into Trump's family and the whole crypto acquisitions that he is getting?
Well, Alex, I'm glad you asked.
Oh, here we go.
All right, I got to stop for a second. I got to stop. And I'm sorry if this offends people. It's not meant to. What the fuck was that ghetto shake? What, seriously, what the hell was that? I just, holy shit. And she's supposed to be a congresswoman.
Listen, so long as we end up taking the House, which I fully anticipate that we will do, and we are going to work hard to obviously help our Senate colleagues as well.
They also anticipated on winning the presidency, taking the House and taking the Senate and winning Florida and winning Texas. Yeah, we saw how that turned out.
Then as someone who serves on the Oversight Committee and hopes to lead the Oversight Committee, I can guarantee you that we will do what we are supposed to do as constitutionally sworn members of the House, which means that we will conduct oversight. That means that we will investigate. We will look at whether or not this president himself has violated the emoluments clause as it relates to, say, such things as getting a $400 million plane from
which he is not getting. I love, again, how they have to lie to try to get their support. He is not getting a jet. The Department of Defense is getting a jet, which is then being given to the United States Air Force. Do I hear her calling investigations into Chuck Schumer, who got a Rolls Royce that he drives daily from England? The government of England gave Chuck Schumer a Rolls Royce, but that's okay because it's a Democrat. Judges get arrested for breaking the law. You can't have that. But we're going to investigate people just because we don't like them. That's okay. I love that they're putting Jasmine Crockett, AOC, out front. I love it. I love that they have David Hogg as co-chair. Those three will do more damage than any Republican ever could to the Democrat Party. Those three could realistically destroy that party. And without going to conservative values, I can correct that party in about 5 minutes. They wouldn't like it, but there would be a lot of changes and going back to America, backing U.S. citizens, not backing foreigners, not going after your political opponents. Because that is exactly what the Democrat Party has been doing. That is what they're threatening to do. They've already said if they get the House, they will impeach Trump again. Not that he's done anything wrong, but they will impeach him as they did twice before, where there was nothing there.
From the Qataris, we also will make sure that we're looking into all these business deals that they have going on. I mean, think about it this way, Alex. They were going after Hunter because he sat on a board.
He sat on a board that his father threatened the country to take away funding from that country. He sat on a board where he had no right sitting on that board. There's a big difference there, and these Democrats are too fucking stupid to see it.
About how much money they are raking in, whether we're talking about the next golf resort that they're setting up in Qatar, or whether we're talking about them leveling.
You mean golf courses that Trump's been doing for decades, long before he became president, and that his sons are now doing? What, because he's president, they're not able to continue the business that they've been doing for decades? You keep running your mouth and making accusations, and this is why we need to change the laws and make our politicians responsible for what they say. Make them accountable for what they say so they can't go out here and do blind lies like this. That is what is getting tiresome. Whether it's Republican or Democrats, they should not be able to. All right, if they're lying because they're lying for security of the country. No, we don't have any special forces in this area, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I can understand that. But when they go out here and push these lies that I've gone over so far tonight, that is not for the betterment of the country. That is to try to score political points and grandstanding and misleading the American people to enrich themselves. And how many of us Americans are getting tired of that? I would say, 79% of the country's tired of it. Because only 21% is approving of the Democrat Party. And that's still amazing that it's at 21%.
Gaza, as they've talked about how it would be great beachfront property, whether we're talking about this crypto scam, the scam that people didn't even want to walk into and show their faces. Let me tell you, there is no
No, I wouldn't want to show my face either, because that the attacks that the Democrats are doing and destroying people's personal lives over politics. They are doxing people. They want to dox our ICE law enforcement. That's why they're upset the faces aren't shown, because they want to endanger their families. The Democrat Party has already gotten people killed. They are directly responsible. Jasmine Crockett, AOC, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, all of them are responsible for those 2 Israel embassy workers that got murdered. They are directly responsible for it. The Democrat Party is directly responsible for that. The rhetoric that they have been pushing, the vile nature of their speeches that they give. And it's getting to the point where we need to hold these politicians accountable. Republican, Democrat, Independent, Martian. I don't give a goddamn what party they are. But lying for the sake of lying to try to make yourself look good is getting old. And it's destroying this country. And the party that's leading it, now I'm not saying the Republicans are innocent. So don't say that. I know the Republicans aren't innocent, but they are nowhere half as bad as the Democrat Party. When you got James Carville going out there, people want to know why we don't lie like the Republicans. We have too much honor. We won't lie. Yeah. How you doing, Claudia? Sorry, I missed you just saying hi. How you doing? Glad that you are here. Oh, it's just... And again, if you're not in the chat, you're missing out. I want to thank Mike, Big E, the Phantom. I'm missing a couple others I saw. Brooke. And, thought there was one more that was chatting so far. But yeah, just jump into the YouTube, jump in the live chat. I'm just... I mean, is anybody else tired of this?
Shortage of things for us to dig into and determine whether or not there have been not only violations of the law, but...
You know what? I think things, if we start looking into her background, because a lot of these politicians are coming in and making millions of dollars on a very small salary. Compared to what they're worth now, to compare to what they're making, it's impossible. 14 more subs. 14 more subs. We're almost there, people. And I believe Sackhead Sean announced that for the 500th, we're going to do a giveaway to someone. I am not sure. So you have to tune in to the Edge of Liberty Wednesday at 9 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and annoy him. Ask him what's going on. Jump in the chat and say, hey, what are you giving away free? Dang, the show's just going along today.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Ever dream of escaping the daily grind? At Escapist Travel and Tours, we make those dreams your reality. From breathtaking adventures to cultural immersions, we offer escapes tailored just for you. Let us take you to places where every moment feels like a new chapter in your life's adventure. Visit www.escapist.travel or call us today at 1-855-885-81776. Your escape awaits.
Attention, all patriotic women of faith. Yep, I'm talking to you, sis. Are you looking for high-quality, super soft apparel that reflects your love for country and your devotion to God? Look no further than Carry Girl Gear. Picture this. You rocking a tee so soft it's like being hugged by a cloud, all while showing off your love for God and country. Sounds dreamy, right? Well, welcome to reality, babes, because that's what we're all about here at Carry Girl Gear. We specialize in super soft tees, tanks, and more, designed specifically for the strong, patriotic women who proudly wants to carry their message of faith and freedom. When you shop with us, you're not just getting a t-shirt. You're joining a community of like-minded women who are proud to wear their beliefs straight on their tees. So whether you're sipping sweet tea on the porch or leading the charge for faith and freedom, do it in a Carry Girl tee. Because life's too short for stiff, boring tees. CarryGirl.com, where faith and freedom meets fashion.
Come listen to BZ's Berserk Bobcat Saloon Radio Show. Live on select and exclusive Tuesday and Thursday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central, and 8 p.m. Pacific on the SHR Media Rumble channel, SHR Media YouTube channel, X, Twitch, Spreaker, and wherever great conservative podcasts are found. BZ, your conservative Sherpa, guides you through the maelstrom of Democrat, leftist, and globalist lies, chaos, deceit, and betrayal. Raised as a free-range child with dirt, stains, mud, and freedom, BZ broadcasts from North Idaho, comfortably surrounded by actual normal people. Jump into our plush, sumptuous, palatial, and resplendent chat room on rumble.com. Click on live chat to join. Now, with 37% more umbrage and 19% more bulbosity than previous shows, featuring delicious Liberty additives for the best in late-night conservatarian talk radio. BZ reminds you that with great beard comes great responsibility. No chinchillas were harmed, embarrassed, fat-shamed, or the focus of any sarcasm whatsoever in the making of this ad.
What is the Edge of Liberty? News, politics, commentary, sarcasm, alcohol, and high blood pressure. It's as American as a good revolution. So tune in every Monday and Friday at 12 Pacific, 3 p.m. on the East Coast on the SHR Media Network and KLRN Radio. For details, visit www.shrmedia.com.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media. Conservative media done right. We're making sense out of the senseless. Don't forget you can catch us on X, Facebook, Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube. If you want to join the conversation, jump in the chat, go to YouTube and search SHR Media. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We are 14 away now. 14 away from 500. We need just 14 more people. I want to thank everybody that's came here tonight and wish everybody, I hope you had a great Memorial Day. I want to thank all of the families who had service members who gave their life for this country. Thank you for your service, because the families did give service. Now, I was talking about the rhetoric of the left and how it's caused violence. And this is one of them that could cause violence in the future. Maybe not violence, but it can cause people to die, because they're going to want to copy what Joy Behar said and agree with her. No, I'm not on KLRN. I'm just on SHR Media. That's it. So this is what she had to say. And this shows how mentally ill this woman is.
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't even let him give me a Heimlich maneuver.
Yeah.
That's how little I feel about people. I don't know.
Well, and a MAGA supporter is like
calling you right now.
I got it.
Somebody's.
I fixed it.
Tell that MAGA man, leave
No,
you alone.
I'm not sleeping with you anymore. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't even let him give me a Heimlich maneuver.
Yeah, she wouldn't let him save her life, because they have different political ideology. So you can't save my life. That is how sick Joy Behar is, who's co-host of The View. And she once again is how unhinged Hollywood elitism can get. Behar openly stated that she wouldn't let a Trump supporter save her life if she were choking. What kind of legality has this open Disney and ABC. Someone dies because they're not going to let someone save them. Well, where did she get that? Where did your family member get that idea?
She was watching The View and heard Joy Behar say it, so that's what she felt she had to do. So it's your responsibility that my family member died. Don't ask me why I did it with a Southern voice. But that's what could very well happen. And she's out there bragging about it. She can cause... Oops. People to copycat, and she's got to get it through her head to watch what she's saying. And they've been warned. ABC and Disney has warned them to back off on the political bullshit, or they're going to get canceled. They're losing money. And yes, they're getting sued. It's not just Trump. CNN has lost millions and millions and millions and tens of millions of dollars over lawsuits because of the shit that they've been saying. They're being held responsible for what they're saying. MSNBC, but it's not being broadcasted like Fox was. A doctor just sued Rachel Maddow and won. I believe it was Rachel Maddow. How many times have you heard The View has had to give a retraction because of the illegal misrepresentation of information they've given? And then you want to talk about actual Democrats with violence? Here. And this is about the 2 Israel embassy workers that were just murdered. Just murdered. And the guy was screaming, free Palestine. He is a Democrat. And he was praising Palestine. Who else goes out there and praises Palestine and says free Palestine? And then you get a murder. How many times were they out there praising about attempting murder on Trump? And what happened? We had 2 attempts. 3, technically. Check out this, what is he, a TikToker.
I take it back. I do not condemn the elimination of those 2 Zionist officials who worked at the Israeli embassy last night, and here's why. Israel has live streamed a genocide to the entire world for the last 2 years, and I could talk to you for days about all the crimes, all the atrocities I've reported on, and when I'm finished, you would still not know 1% of the Palestinian suffering. And you cannot expect to do such a thing in this world without the people standing up to fight to stop you in any way they can, to resist against you. And that is exactly what happened. Do not let yourself be fooled by the media, by the Zionists in this country who are telling you that this was an anti-Semitic terrorist attack. It was not. First of all, the man who was assassinated was a Christian Zionist, proclaiming it so on his social media. He spent his days working at the Israeli embassy, fighting to maintain Israel's genocide and support for that genocide in this country. He is a war criminal. And the same was true for the woman. This was not because they were Jewish, it was because they were Zionist. And a manifesto from the suspect in custody, Elias Rodriguez, who apparently, if we are to believe this is true, he is part of the movement and he has consistently posted about Palestine.
If we're to believe, he said it on camera. I don't want to give this guy too much publicity, but you heard him. He approves of the murder. The Democrats approved of the murder of the CEO of a health insurance company. They approve of the people that attempted to murder our presidential candidate at the time. But yet they constantly say the right is the violent one, but the violence I see is coming from the fucking left. And I don't want to see violence at all, but I do worry about how long before people get tired of it. It seems like they're trying to push for a civil war.
They think they're smarter. They think they're better. They think they can actually win. The people that don't like guns and are afraid of guns. And it goes to my discussion, I think it was last Friday or Monday. Can this country come back from this? There's too many of these people. And it's scaring the shit out of me. It's not getting better. It's getting worse with these people. I'm just at a loss with what's going on in this country. And yeah, exactly. God bless President Trump and our great nation. You still have Democrats going out there. This country is not great. Look what it did 250 years ago. Look what this happened. You know, I love how they omit facts. Yes, that wasn't our best moment. But also at the same point, who is selling those black slaves? The black chiefs over in Africa, rounding up the enemies and their own people and selling them off into slavery. Who still does slavery to this day? Countries in Africa. There was just as many white slaves in the United States during that time period as there were black slaves. There was black slave owners. Nobody's hands were innocent in anything. We went to war with ourselves to free ourselves from that practice, that disgusting practice. But to keep that as the main front that the Democrats do, and it's funny because it's the Democrats that were the slave owners and fought to keep the slaves. And now their big fight is to keep the illegal immigrations, as they say, oh, if we free the slaves, who's going to pick our cotton? Now it's, oh, if we get rid of illegal immigrants, if you get rid of illegal immigrants, who's going to pick your fruit? Who's going to mow your lawn? Who's going to build your houses? People will. But according to the left, they want fair wages, but they put slave wages in. Indians actually were the last group to hold slaves. Nobody was innocent. Now, I'm not a loser. I'm just stating facts of what happened, what was going on. People just don't like the facts being stated because it blows their bullshit narrative out of the water. So they can't make victims. Because that's all the Democrat Party is good for, is making victims. When you got administration personnel that thought it was smart to do the undemocratic thing and take control of the White House and have it run by unelected officials, and they think it's smart. And then we have to hear about Elon Musk because he's working in the White House. But yet they don't complain about all those unelected workers that were actually making decisions and running the country because the president at that time was mentally unfit. And if you actually want to look at the origins for Russia collusion bullshit story, as we all know, Hillary's campaign made that up because they knew she was weak on Russia and Trump was going to hit her on Russia. So they went out there and concocted this bullshit story so that Trump couldn't use Russia against her. Because remember, reset button. bragging about having dinners with Putin at his house, selling uranium to Russia, Bill Clinton getting paid hundreds and thousands of dollars to give minute speeches by Russia. We get to see who was really in bed with Russia. Remember, who was in charge when Crimea got invaded and they did nothing? That would be Obama. Who made fun of Romney about saying that Russia was the biggest threat in the world? That would be Obama. Who was in charge when Ukraine got invaded? Oh, that would be Biden. So that's what makes me laugh when I hear Russia, Russia, Russia. But it is getting close to the end of the show. I want to thank everybody that was here. There was 42 of you here on YouTube. A lot of people in chat. I want to thank everybody for being here, even the ones that disagree with me. I have no problem. You want to disagree with me? Disagree with me. I have no problem. You can be a lot of different places, but you're here. You're watching me. Thank you. I appreciate it. Remember, we're so close to that 500 mark. We need, 14 more subscribers, I think it is, to get to 500. We might be giving away some items. Come here Wednesday night, 9 p.m. for Edge of Liberty. Bug the shit out of Sean, ask him what we're giving away. But don't forget, we have other great shows right here on SHR Media. We have Earl's Mission Ready Men. What is that? 11 o'clock a.m. Central Time, noon Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully Earl will correct me if I was wrong on that. We got BZ's Berserk Bobcat Saloon every Tuesday and Thursday, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Edge of Liberty, Mondays and Wednesday. Edge of Liberty will not be on tonight. Sean is barbecuing again for, sorry about that, for Memorial Day. And I, Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by me, Jersey Joe, every Monday and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on SHR Media. And it's, the question is, what do you think of tonight's lineup? Are you seeing a pattern? Are you feeling the urgency? Let me know. Tag me on X at Jersey Joe Talks, or be here Friday and jump in the live chat. I want to hear what story hit home for you. Was it the open admission of political targeting by Democrats, the shocking Medicaid numbers, or the cultural rot we're seeing online? Your voice matters, and I want it in the conversation. Don't forget, if you like tonight's episode, share it, subscribe, post it to your feed, tag a friend, email the link to someone who needs to hear the truth. The show doesn't spread because of algorithms. It spreads because of you. And if you missed part of tonight's show, you can catch the replay on all SHR media platforms, YouTube, Rumble, X, Facebook, wherever free speech still lives. We'll be back again with more stories this Friday they don't want you to hear. More facts they hope you ignore, and more truth that cuts through the noise. Until next time, this is Jersey Joe reminding you, Reaver of Common Sense, making sense out of the senseless right here on SHRmedia.com. Good night.